The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. It is 4:02, time for the 4 p.m. 411 here on WLCN 96.3 FM. It is the first Tuesday of the month, which means we are having our first Tuesday of the month visit from Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch. So, Mayor, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me again.
Sure thing. So, we talked... We've talked a few times, but we talked a while back during the warmer months, or as things were starting to turn, that as winter comes, there's not as much, obviously, outdoor types of, like, construction of the dog park and things like that you can do. Yeah. But just judging from the topics you were telling me, it sounds like there's plenty to do even in the colder winter months. So,
yeah. Comes in spurts.
So, yeah, you just... we just got here and went over some topics, so we'll get the what do I call it, the prerequisite standard ones out of the way. Is there any new information about the standard questions I always ask you as far as businesses go? Taco Bell, Burger King, Lincoln College. I think there's one I'm missing, but
no, I think we've touched on the new businesses. None that are new since then. Other than, I think maybe since we talked, the Beverage Genie opened up.
Right, they did. Mm-hmm.
In the old Gordon's building.
Right.
So they're operational now.
Yeah, that place is huge. So
yeah, I haven't been in there, but...
I went in there Christmas shopping, as a matter of fact. So, yeah. But yeah, I expected maybe they'd occupy sort of like one corner or a portion of it, but it wasn't quite the full building, but it was definitely filled up. So I was quite impressed with their inventory. So speaking of business, some business going on at City Hall, and the hours of operation for the building are going to change?
Well, the hours of operation will stay the same. They're 8:30 to 4:30. We changed that a little bit ago.
Okay.
But we're changing I'm sorry, and I misled you. I should have told you. It's the city council meetings.
Oh, okay.
We're changing our times for city council.
I see.
We've just over time felt that sometimes our meetings run a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
We can get in the door earlier and get out earlier. That helps everybody. So council passed it last night. We're going to start meeting at 6:00
okay.
instead of 7. So if you put that on your calendar, make an adjustment, and we'll start doing that in the first meeting in March.
Okay. So yep. 6 p.m. And then there are all sorts of committee meetings. None of those are impacted, though?
We have a committee of the whole twice a month, and then a regular council meeting twice a month. So, yeah, every one of those meetings is impacted. Okay. Also, another change to that I just found out about today. Don't know a date when it's going to happen. It'll probably be in March also, but I was notified by Comcast that Channel 5, which we've known forever, is actually going to switch to probably Channel 9.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing some adjustments in their programming, mm-hmm. not just here but throughout the region, and so right. I guess we'll get used to saying Channel 9.
All right, very good. And speaking of Comcast, the city and the Comcast agreement, there was some activity going on with that. Can you?
Yeah.
We got a question about that last time you were here through the email, and unfortunately I didn't see it at the time, and it had to do with. Now that there are other internet providers here, does Comcast still hold that exclusivity? I'm not sure what the word is. Sort of clause that they had with the city for the contract they've had so long.
Yeah, the franchise agreement's non-exclusive, so that would allow any cable provider to come in and set up an operation.
Okay.
But the other companies, it doesn't affect them. So the i3, CTI, I think mm-hmm. Rice started putting some network mm-hmm. in, maybe Frontier. It won't impact them because they're internet providers.
Okay.
Our agreement is strictly with cable TV.
Okay.
And so, but it is non-exclusive. So if somebody wants to come in and start up a cable company, they're more than welcome to do it.
Okay.
But we've had that agreement in place, and that comes with some revenue
mm-hmm.
through the amount of money that people pay for that service. The city gets a portion of that revenue, and we put it back into the operation of the city as well. So
right.
It's in our best interest to do it.
Okay. If you do have questions of Mayor Welch, 217-648-5510, the number to call. If you would like to email your questions, I will check the email this time. 4 p.m. 411 at WLCNonline.com is the address to which you can send those. Now, you mentioned the Comcast agreement. That was just renewed. Is that the proper term?
Yeah, we renewed the agreement.
And so what are the, how long will this one be in effect for, and what are some of the particulars you can share?
Not a lot of the particulars, but because it's a pretty lengthy agreement, but more or less it's been mandated by federal government that they have certain rules of operation. Mm-hmm. The PEG program, the Channel 9 or 5, right. That's part of that program. The buildings that they service for the city are the way in which they operate in the community is as well. That's just skims the surface of that agreement.
Right.
But we have done long-term agreements in the past, and that was when Lincoln College was operational. Mm-hmm. The previous agreement was 3 years.
Okay.
That was I think it's 3 years. It was a little problematic because they're required to start conversations 3 years out. So it's like we signed an agreement and started talking again.
Right.
So this time we went with a 7-year agreement. The proposal was 10 and compromise and met at 7.
Mm-hmm. And so that way the proposal or the agreement goes into effect, then you've got a few years you can tell, what's working, what's not working, what you might want to amend in the future.
They've come a long way in working with us to make things a little bit better. I can tell you that they did tell us during agreement negotiations that they're investing several $1 million into overhauling their call centers. So if you've ever called Comcast and you got caught in a call tree or it was a painful process, they're making an investment to improve that. We'll probably never have a local brick and mortar where you can drop things off. It's just not cost effective for them as a business. But they will send you a box. There's also a location in Bloomington you can go to drop off equipment or get new equipment. So they're trying to work with us. Another cool thing they did was they gave us contact information to their after hours technical infrastructure teams. Mm-hmm. So when there's an outage or a down line or something like that on a weekend, law enforcement, streets and alleys, they can call these guys and get updates.
Oh, okay.
Before we had to go through the call tree like everybody else.
Right. Yeah, that could be a little lengthy, I would think. And while we're talking about franchise agreements, I know or at least I don't think there's been any activity on this, but as we've said before, you and I kind of peruse the same social media circles, it seems, and seems to be commentary about the trash service and the trash provider and the exclusivity within the city of Lincoln. Do you have any updates or any information or anything going on with that, or if people do have questions or complaints, to whom they can address those?
Yeah, GFL. I'll go ahead and let you get to.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Okay, hold on just one moment, please.
Yeah, so the GFL contract, it's a work in progress. We continue to work with them to help improve the way they operate in the city. Sometimes it's getting a lot better, and then sometimes it goes backwards a little bit. But we do have the ability to contact those people directly and get things solved. I also realized this week that some of the people that work there actually monitor some of the same sites that we do.
Oh, really?
So as you're giving your feedback, they're seeing it firsthand.
Oh, okay. And we do have a caller on the line. Caller, do you have a question for Mayor Welch?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I would like to know exactly what is in the former St. Clara's building. I know it's for veterans, but that's about all I know.
Yeah, the St. Clara's building on 5th Street, that was taken over by the Central Illinois Veterans Commission for a very short period of time, and they worked with other partnering agencies to form, I guess you could call it, one centralized organization now that's going to work with Salvation Army, the Veterans Commission, a number of different organizations that provide essential services to the community. And they're still in the process of doing some repair work in that building. They've moved some walls, cleaned some things up. They've done electrical, plumbing, things of that nature, but that's what's going in there. It's really going to be a facility that has organizations that provide much needed services to the community.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks for the call. So, yeah, as you mentioned, there are several organizations that perform those tasks and offer those services, but it'll be sort of more of a one-stop shop as far as different things available there.
Yep.
So good question. Once again, if you have questions, 217-648-5510, the number to call. We're actually past 10 past the hour, so we'll go ahead and take our first break, and we'll be back with Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch right after this.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. And we are back on the 4 p.m. 411 here at WLCN 96.3 FM. Our guest up until 4:30, Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch, 217-648-5510, the number to call. We invite you to tune in next week, the 13th of February, when we will have the Dean of Career and Technical Education from Heartland Community College. Mr. Adam Campbell will be joining us and talking about some of the offerings Heartland offers that aren't sort of the traditional educational English composition and speech and so forth classes that folks can take either for personal enrichment or for for technical certificates in different programs. So once again, that will be next week, 4 to 4:30. But we do have Mayor Welch here for another 15-ish minutes. Let's see. We talked about the Comcast agreement. We got through the trash agreement. The GPS on the vehicles, you mentioned this to me, and I was completely unaware of it, that there was discussion of monitoring vehicle usage, I guess, some mileage or things like that, or what was sort of the genesis of that?
Well, we have had GPS tracking on some of our city vehicles for a while, and we decided that it was best just to go ahead and
Full Gospel Evangelistic Center makes an impact locally and beyond through a wide range of events, ministries, and outreaches. Pastors Steve and Debbie Owens invite you to worship Sunday mornings at 10:30 and attend Wednesday night Bible studies at 6:30. Connect with FGEC online, follow them on Facebook, download their app, and visit their new website at myfgec.org with live YouTube video streams as well as recordings of services and special events. Full Gospel Evangelistic Center, 304 North McLean Street in Lincoln.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Brian Clark State Farm offers a range of insurance products to fit your unique needs and give you a peace of mind. Our dedicated team helps you find the perfect policy to safeguard your biggest investments. Brian Clark State Farm can steer you in the right direction on auto insurance, and we've got your home covered from natural disasters to unexpected accidents. Contact me, State Farm Agent Brian Clark, at 217-732-6211 or visit sfinsurelincoln.com. Go Railers!
This live video stream is made possible in part by WLCN's live stream technology sponsor, Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, and online at merealty.com. The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.